What's going on, everybody? This is Chris Carr with Crypto Secret X, and today we're going to be talking about Gala games. I want to thank everybody for joining me this evening. Um, we're going to look at Gala games, which is a game in crypto. And before we get started, do me a favor: make sure you hit that like, subscribe button. It helps the algorithms. It helps my channel grow. I want to thank you. We've been fastly accumulating subscribers. I'm going to continue to bring you content that's meaningful, that helps you on your journey with crypto. Again, I want to thank you for taking the opportunity to be with me this evening. Now, as we begin to dive into crypto and the coin Gala, um, I want to talk to you first about gaming tokens and what gaming tokens basically are. And when you and I got into this late last night when we were talking about various gaming tokens, but when you look at it, crypto gaming tokens again, it encompasses the integration of cryptocurrency gaming, where digital assets become an integral part of the gaming experience. So basically, what they do there, they're providing games in which people can earn money, earn to play. This will probably be something that's really powerful within the gaming community because they, now kids are getting an opportunity to play games like on Twitch where people, give them money, but now to earn cryptocurrency that you own uh, and earn money while playing opens up a whole new field. But when you get into Gala crypto, Gala now is also diving into a different part of cryptocurrency where they want to implement not only the gaming sector, they want to implement the film sector, and then they want to implement the music sector, which are three parts, which is largely a whole percentage of our um, entertainment when it comes to entertainment. So I want to talk to you more about Gala crypto, and I want to open up first by showing you a, I guess, is a trailer talking about Gala. Then I'm going to get into Gala. I'm going to tell you why, my viewpoints on Gala, investing in Gala, and just why this is. I feel like this is really a great uh, ecosystem to invest in. So let's go. I'm going to take a pause here and I'm going to go ahead and show you this video. And this is a trailer from the Gala crypto community.
Do you believe enough? Are you brave enough? Are you ready to make the leap, to take part, to be part of the future? Many say it's coming, but some know it's already here. In 2023, Gala will unleash the full force of Web3 entertainment. Games, music, film, brought together to deliver a more rewarding experience for tens of thousands of creators and millions of people. Over the last few years, Gala has partnered with some of the best game developers in the world, giving them the chance to deliver the titles they've not had the freedom to make. No restrictions, no predefined formulas, just the promise of something new, something built around players and their ability to own, share, and control interoperable content. Find your game in a world where wins are real and your favorite emotes, accessories, and skins can all be yours for keeps. Discover AA, AAA games with more than 28 titles in development. You can find your go-to on a platform that's been built to support the next generation of gaming and the world's best independent game designers. The games industry will make over $200 billion this year, Those playing them will own nothing. That's why Gala has invested millions to create a new place for people to play. Powered by the Gala token and Gala's own Layer 1 blockchain, designed for the speed and microtransactions that a truly great game needs. Made for games, but perfect for all creators that want to change the rules of play. Maybe it's also time to press play. Earlier this year, we launched Gala Music, an industry as broken as games. Music will be bigger as well as better on the blockchain. More control for artists, more access for fans, and a better experience for them both. Discover some of the biggest names on the planet. They're here and they're unrestrained. They're sharing their music and their success with you too. Discover music on Web3 as it revolutionizes
Again, we're
what it
talking
means
about
to be an
Gala
artist, making it feel
cryptocurrency
even
in the
better
blockchain.
to be a fan.
This is Gala.
Come find them, hear and experience their songs in a way you've not been able to before. Our world is open. Our self-serve platform will let new names and new ideas break free. Join us and hundreds of artists as they take to the stage and find a forever home on a platform that's powered by and rewarding tens of thousands of people as it grows. In 2026, it's thought that nearly a quarter of the world will spend at least an hour every day in the metaverse. A metaverse can allude to many things, but at Gala, we believe it should be a social, fun, and interactive place where content, competition, and creativity can thrive. A place where you can build, play, and move seamlessly from one type of entertainment straight into another. We're now a space where film can thrive too. 2023 will see the release of more than 10 titles across Gala Film, from new series, animations, comedies, and documentaries. Working with Web3 giants, industry titans, and well-loved names, Gala will reignite imaginations and the magic of the movies. You're invited to watch the adventures unfold, but you're also welcome to become part of the story. Experience film like never before, from production to premiere, from owning content on screen to participating in what happens behind the camera. Behind the camera and under the surface.
Gala
A
Games.
decentralized ecosystem of more than 60,000
This
nodes.
is really
and
awesome
a newly
stuff.
launched low-cost, high-frequency blockchain built by Gala for those who want to create amazing new experiences in our digital world. Welcome to Web3 Entertainment, a place where games, music, and film will delight on their own, but truly thrive together. I wonder, do you believe enough? Are you brave enough? Are you ready to make the leap, to take part, to be part of the future? Because we're here.
Really, really, really. That's a really nice promo when you talk about Gala Games. Now, when you get into the blockchain, when you start talking about various things dealing with cryptocurrency, basically a lot of times when people talk about coins and things like that, what they think we're talking about is actually gold coins, but we're not. We're talking about actual technology that's being built with computer systems, high tech, being able to integrate what we call in the Web3. Now, when I say Web3, There are three phases of the internet. You had Web one. When the internet first came out, it was basically just a read, like a magazine. You know, you got on, you read it, you read the articles. You may have got an opportunity to get into some of the emails and maybe a few chat rooms. Then you got into Web two. Web two is where we got into doing the YouTube videos, the interaction with the um, web internet, where we can actually go in and see various places, meet people across the globe, and just like Google Map, go and see other places. Now you get into what they call Web three. Web three is where you can actually be a part of the internet, which in actuality, if you a lot of you, when we talk about things like this, a lot of times people, um, they're kind of like in limbo because they don't really understand the Web three. But I want to point something out to you that many people are not aware of when it first came out, but it was a cartoon, and I'm not sure if many people remember this, but it was a cartoon called, and I'm not sure. I'm going to get y'all to it where y'all can see it. Let's see here. Let me click this on, and then I want to share it with you. Um, if many of y'all remember this cartoon, let me see here, right here. This was called the Jetsons. Okay, when the Jetsons came out, this was a cartoon basically. And I'm gonna play a trailer for you. I just want you to watch this. Let's see if we can get that to play. There we go.
Jump in and take off with a space-age family that's out of this world. Jetsons! That's right, the Jetsons.
Uber duper.
21 intergalactic episodes on 2 discs.
That's sensational.
The future never looked so bright for a normal 21st century father.
Wow.
A respectable job.
Jetson is the perfect employee. Trusting, loyal, indelible.
Good health.
Don't worry, Mrs. J. I may be made of metal, but I don't have sawdust for brains.
Doting wife.
We have something special.
And loving family.
You're the greatest daddy in the known universe.
And that's not all. Get an in-depth look at your favorite futuristic family with this all-new bonus feature.
Wow. That's wonderful.
Look for the Jetsons Season 2, Volume 1 on DVD.
I got the message.
Okay, I'm gonna get that real quick. Let's go ahead and get that off. Now we get into the whole Jetson. I'm gonna go and put that out there for you, and we'll exit out. There we go. All right, now the Jetsons. Now, when we talk about the Jetsons and when the Jetsons came out, the Jetsons actually came out in 1960. I believe it was 1962. And if you notice, you saw robots, you saw people talking on screens, looking at each other. That was just a thing of imagination and cartoon. It was fantasy. People didn't even think you could do that. Now let's fast forward 2023, 2000, the actual 21st century and moving up. Now we have people on cell phones in which you can do that. So it was something that wasn't fathomed back then, but now you look at technology now, it's something that we are able to do now. And one of the things that Gala Games is doing is Gala Games is trying to progress into what we call the Web 3. So now you have Gala Games, which you saw in the last trailer I just ran. They're getting in the music sector. They're getting in the gaming sector. Excuse me. And now they're getting in what they call the film sector. 3 sectors in which we are all have entertainment. We are all entertained by video. We're entertained by music, and we're entertained by games. Some form of fashion, everyone in this world is entertained that way. The television now has become like what we call the radio, and the phone has actually become the television. So with Gala Games, when you talk about the cryptocurrency, Gala Games is creating an ecosystem in which people will use the Gala token to buy the movies, to earn money with the games, and then to buy the music. You got Amazon Music. You have what they call Apple Music. But Gala Games gives listeners and people who watch the film actually ways to be nodes and to earn money. So what happens is with the Gala token, it begins to go up. Now, when you talk about the Gala token and Gala Games, because now you start to get into it, I want to share this with you also because this is something that many people need to see, and then some people wonder why, like what's going on, why is it this way, and let's see. Now, when we talk about Gala, people ask, how much is Gala? Gala currently is only 2 cents. Okay, now it's relatively cheap. You can buy it, the token now for 2 cents, but there is a reason why it's 2 cents. Now, at its all-time high, Gala Games, and I'm scrolling down here, at its all-time high, Gala Games got to 83 cents. Now, let me explain something to you for those of you who don't truly understand crypto and how cryptocurrency works. How do you make the money? What are you doing? Now, when you, in essence, buy, and I'm going to blow my screen because I want y'all to be able to, I want to see y'all, and I want y'all to see me. How about that? Let's go in. When you buy cryptocurrency, you're wanting to buy it at a low rate. So the actual rate here, like I just showed you, is 2 cents. Let's say you bought Gala Games, and I'm going to use it one currency, one coin, which you're actually investing into Gala Games technology. You're not buying coins, you're investing into their technology. You buy one at 2 cents. You go back and people start investing in it, and it goes from 2 cents to 8 cents. Excuse me, let's say 10 cents. On that one stock, coin, whatever you want to call it, you buy, it goes from 2 cents to 10 cents. You made a total of 8 cents on one. Now, let's say you bought 2 of them at 4 cents and it went to 10 cents. Then you would have made 8 2 times. So now you made 16 cents. So what happens is you want to buy these particular technology when it comes into gaming crypto. You want to buy them at a low rate. And then as you buy them at a low rate, as they advance, then that's how you make your money. Now, why is Gala Games only 2 cents when it offers you film, it offers you video, it offers you gaming, and they have the platforms? I'm going to show you the websites, but why? Now, let me tell you, let's get into this right here and let's find out why Gala Games went down. Because there's always something. Everything is not peaches and roses, and there's always a reason. The Gala token has experienced a tumultuous journey throughout 2023, starting with the soaring highs in late January, and since faced a significant decline driven by both external market conditions, which was the bear market, and internal disputes with the Gala Games leadership. So you see what happened. Now they had some turmoil within Gala Games, which, okay, now you see what's going on here. The rocky descent from all-time high in the early 2023, Gala reached a peak of 62 cents. However, it since plummeted a staggering 72%, which spot rates now hovering around at that time when this article was written, it was only a penny. The sharp decline wiped out over 95% of the gains it achieved early in the year and brought Gala dangerously close to the resisting its all-time low at 0.16 recorded in late of 2022. Now, basically, what happened was beyond the external. Gala decline. I want you to go. Here it is. Now, this name right here, I have a hard time pronouncing. I think it's Shiminer. Alleges that Thurston illegally obtained and sold $130 million worth of Gala tokens and stole node license within the Gala game ecosystem. He also points to Thurston's history of founding companies that often ended up bankruptcy and calls for Thurston's replacement as a director. Okay. So now you get into what happened inside of Gala Games, which caused the price to also plummet. In response, Thurston and his investment vehicle, True North Investments, accused the CEO of misusing millions of dollars in the company and assets, engaging in fraudulent practices, and harmed Gala Games. They claimed that Scheimer left millions of dollars from Gala Games to himself and created entities in Switzerland and Dubai that should rightfully belong to the company. Thurston seeks to remove the CEO, who has held this position since 2021. Okay, let's get in. So now you see what's going on. They had some turmoil. One person accuses this person of stealing $130 million. Another person has accused this person of, creating ecosystems outside of the lab, and so they had some turmoils going on inside the company. Now, since then, Gala Games prices went down, like it's went down, down, down. So now I wanted to go to Gala Games because I wanted to see what was going on. So I wanted to see who was in charge of Gala Games now. So they came out with a new video, but we're gonna dive into that. Who's in charge of Gala Games now? Because that's huge. Who Gala Games now? Let's check that out. All right, so here we go. Now, when we get to Gala Games now, we're gonna there because a lot of people want to know who are the owners of Gala Games now. Let's see here. All right, official statement from Gala Games. I think that's right here. This article was written in 2023, which not too long ago, September 5th, 2023. Okay, we're gonna look at this together. If I can get past this median here. Here we go. And let's share this with everybody so y'all can see. All right. Boom. There we go. Now, dear Gala Game community, we wanted to provide you with important updates regarding the recent legal developments involving the founders of our company, blockchain game partners, also known as Gala Games, Gala Music, and Gala Film. On August 31st, 2023, a derivative shareholders lawsuit was filed by Gala Games co-founder and CEO Eric Scheimer against Gala Games co-founder Wright Thurston and True North United Investments LLC. Subsequent thereto, a lawsuit was instituted by Wright Thurston and Eric Sherman. A derivative shareholder lawsuit is legally action filed by the shareholders on behalf of the corporation to address the perceived wrongs committed against the corporation. These litigations undoubtedly may engender inquiries and apprehensions within the community, but we assure you the Gala Game community has an unwavering commitment to the transparency throughout this process. Okay. In accordance with the principles and justice due process, we must allow the legal process to unfold in its entirety. As an active case, we are legally restrained from making public comments and speculations concerning the ongoing litigations. We want to emphasize that the legal process is primarily in dispute between the founders and does not involve the company in any we are well positioned and will remain unsnatched. Gala Games will continue to thrive and achieve sustained success. We persist in our dedication on ongoing innovation, crafting remarkable games that deliver joy and entertainment to the global audience. Our film projects advance with enthusiasm. We are eagerly to participate forthcoming releases, poised for captive audiences. Furthermore, our Gala music artists continue to thrive, churning on exceptional and unforgettable music that resonates within listeners. Our unwavering commitment and innovation and creativity cherish the community remain undiminished. We pledge to keep and esteem stakeholders appraised and developed as these legal actions evolve. We remain dedicated to addressing any inquiries, concerns that may arise course of these proceedings. Your ongoing support, lifeblood of our enterprise, we are eagerly to anticipate sharing further incitement, updates, milestones forthcoming. And this is yours sincerely, General Counsel Blake Walker. Now, here's the thing. As you see, Gala Games, they do have some litigation going on. But here's why I'm not really worried about that. Excuse me. Because let me explain something to you. And here's the thing you want to make sure you understand. The organization is still running. They're still doing music. They're still doing videos. They're still updating their film. So what happens is these two people are basically, out of all the founders, two people are going, having an argument. But let me tell you something that happened earlier in which I didn't take the investment, and I should have looked into this. Many of you know about the FTX debacle and what happened with FTX. Now, FTX was in a litigation, and he took lost people billions of dollars, and he was in court, and Alameda and all that stuff was going on. Solana, he owns so much of Solana. If some of y'all remember, Solana prices dropped to $9. People said Solana was done. That Sam Bankman was going to, to get out of all his court cases, he was going to, dump a bunch of tokens on the Solana blockchain, and it was going to cause it to crash, and people were losing money. So people started pulling out. I pulled out. But the whole organization of Solana was still going strong. They were still kind of keeping everything together. If you would have bought Solana when it was all the FUD, when all the controversy was there at $9 a share, we just saw Solana run up to $118. If you would have bought 10 at $9, at $90, on each 90, you would have increased it. That $9 would have went to $118 on each one of those stocks that you bought. Gala Games at the high point was at 80 some cent. Gaming, this sector, because it's trending, is going to be one of the hottest commodities coming out. If you go back and watch a video I did earlier, I think it was last night, talking about the gaming tokens, and I listed a few of the gaming tokens. Gala Games, Central Land, Axe Infinity, Illuvium were the only tokens that you actually had games on. Okay. Now there's some other ones, but their token economics is not good. You just got to go back and watch that video. But Gala Games, when you talk about Gala Games has everything in it, more than any other cryptocurrency, Web3 gaming token that's been out there. They have the ecosystem. Their ecosystem, they have the music, they have the video, they have the film, and they have the games. And they have those things set. And if we don't capitalize on 2 cents now, it's not $1. It's 2 cents. It's at like almost at its lows. This is when you buy in the stock. You buy when people are scared, you sell when people feel good. That's how the stock market works. So why am I investing in Gala Games? Because here's the thing, when I'm investing in Gala Games, and I'm going to show you, and you've got if there's anything, pay attention to this. Go back and watch this. Save this video, because I've done it several times with a couple other coins. But I told people about Aptos when Aptos ran up. Told people about Bonk. It ran up. And Bonk, I'm still mad at myself, because if I would have bought in Bonk when I told everybody else to buy in Bonk, I would be loaded right now. me see. I'm trying to get into Gala Games, the website, and I'm trying to pull that up here because I want you to see that. But not only that, I want to go to the ether scan of Gala Games. All right, here we go. I'm gonna share this in the tab, and I want y'all to see this. All right, now this is the ecosystem that is going through litigations right now. They're going through litigations, but the one thing I do notice, and you got to see this, people, you got to look at this. Gala Games still has a total of 218 holders. Okay, total transfers 783,809. The fully diluted market cap is 754 million. The circulating market supply is 802 million. Okay. Now, when you go to the holders, you click down, you look at the holders, and this is one of the things you got to see. Gala Games, when you look at it, it's decentralized. Binance has 19. Gala Games has a reserve of 6.8%. The OKX has a total of 2%. But when you look at the wallets, what you're seeing is it's not all owned by one person. There are some tokens that I showed you earlier that they're owned by like three people at the top that own like 47% of the tokens that when it runs up, they're going to dump on the market. Price is going down. Gala Games, mark my word, has the potential of going to $1. If it goes to $1 and you bought it at 2 cents, let me give you an example. If you buy 24,000 worth of Gala Games, all right, $700 investment, $1 at 24,000, you will have 24,000. You will return $700 into $24,000. You understand the math? You buy stock when things are bad. People buy when it goes up, but Gala Games is here, man. And right now, as every company goes through, when they get ready to go to the next level, they go through some type of purge. And right now, they had two people. Out of these two people, one of these people have been crooked. I don't know which one, but they're in litigation. And as long as they're in litigation, the FUD makes the price go down. And because the price going down, a lot of people are nervous about buying into Gala Games. But true investors know this is the time to buy in. Because think about it. If you spent $100 in Gala Games at 2 cents, you got, you just do the math. You got a nice sector of tokens there. And all you got to do is hold it. Because if it's 2 cents, or if you put 20 in it, you see what I'm saying? Because you can advance your money because it's only 2 cents. Man, DCA and dollar cost average. Put in $10 here. Put in because it's low. But here's what happens when it comes to investing. This is what people do. Somebody will tell you, hey, now what I'm showing you is the statistics on Gala Games. They're still doing transactions. They are centralized. They have the wallets are spread out. Let me show you the site. Let me show you what I'm talking about with Gala Games. I showed you what they have going on. You know about the litigations. Let me see. Currently, right now, Gala Games still sits at 254. 254. The market cap is 700 and see here. The market cap is 702 million. Here's the thing: they have 50 billion, 50 billion tokens. But here's the thing: 25. I looked that up. 25 million of those tokens are burned, so they only have an extra 25 billion to dump onto the market, which is pretty good. So with Gala Games, when you currently look at it, you have an opportunity here to make some serious money. Now, whether people are going to invest in it, I'm not telling you. I'm not a financial advisor, but I'm telling you what I'm going to do. Let's go to the website. Let's look at the website. Again, I told so many people when it comes to these various sectors of gaming tokens, and you start Googling the top 10 gaming coins. Half of these coins that they got in gaming are not gaming tokens. They don't even have games. They just, you buy the token and you hold it. It's not doing what they said it was going to do. And do me a favor, as y'all watching, hit that smash that like, that subscribe button. Make sure you do that for me. But when you get in the Gala games, you see you got Gala games. Okay. Now you get in the next one right here. You got what is this one? You got the Gala music. And when you go to the music, it's something that works. Like it works, y'all. Like it's not something, and you buy with the Gala tokens. But let's click on this right here. Let me see. I don't know what this song is going to be. But you can go to your favorite artist. You got one sold out. Let's look at this one. They have the music there. They have all of that you can listen to. They have up-to-date artists. I don't know what that is. I don't listen to that kind of stuff. All right, but you see what I'm talking about. They got new artists, and here's a sector now that I think is huge when it comes to Gala games. I think this sector is huge. Is the actual what they call the film industry. Now, when you get into the film industry, Amazon Prime had it where independent filmmakers could load their film on Amazon Prime. They made money, they could sell their films, but then Amazon Prime went prime time. And then all of a sudden, the small filmmakers didn't have anywhere to distribute their film because Amazon Prime said now, when COVID came in, it changed the game. Nobody can go to the movies. The major film companies were trying to, find ways to get their film out. They turned to Amazon Prime, started getting mega deals, and Prime started getting, people on their particular circuit, and then they started buying. So after a while, people just say, hey, I'm going to go with Amazon Prime. So Prime said, now you got to have a film aggregator to get on their set. What Gala Games is doing is actually creating an avenue where you can buy films with the Gala tokens and watch their film, and also have where filmmakers can earn watching films. You can earn money doing that. And see, all this is here. But Gala Games now is currently set up for what they call the Web 3, interaction within the web. And so buying this token now, with the company still going, we have a great opportunity here to buy in at a very low, very, 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 very low price to make money during the bull run after the Bitcoin halving. YouTube first came out. People had an opportunity to buy in, they didn't. Coca-Cola came out, people had the opportunity to buy, but they didn't. Why? Because at that time when YouTube and all these things came out, it just didn't seem lucrative. People didn't understand it. When YouTube came out and they said, you can get into YouTube. Let's look at this. What was YouTube's stock in the beginning? And you got to think about it during that time. Okay, let's see. All right, when was YouTube created? 2005, February 14, 2005. That's when YouTube was created. Okay. What was YouTube's? Here we go. Stock price in the beginning. Let's see what we get. Okay. So the stock price on YouTube in the beginning, that's what I want to see. What was the price in the beginning? Pull that up. Let me get that. Okay. In 2004, that's January 2024, it's 138. But I want to see what was YouTube. Let's see, 165 in 2005. Oh my goodness. It can't be that. There's no way. it was $1.65. If YouTube stock was $1.65 in 2005, man, did we miss it? Let's see. You know what? I'm gonna Google YouTube's history stock price. Let's see if we can get that, because I really want to see, because at that time when it came out, a lot of people did not really believe in it. They were like, man, there's no way people are going to look at videos on a computer. It just something that we couldn't fathom. And the reason we couldn't fathom that, because everybody was watching TV on the screen. Okay. Let me see here. I need to find that. If somebody find that, put that in the chat here. Let's see. YouTube. I don't see it. I wish I could find that. I know the internet usually. If I had my I don't know. I know it was like $1. Well, I think when I first saw it, I think it was like $1 something. I do not see it. Online media sharing. I don't know, the IPO. It will have a listing, but they usually have that listed. I'm gonna find that. I'm gonna put that in the YouTube on my YouTube community topics. I'm gonna put that in there, and because I want you to see that. I want you to see what YouTube price was. But here's the thing: when they first came out with YouTube and they talked about investing in people watching videos on the computer, and they're going to do that, people were like, that's stupid. Nobody does that. And a lot of people didn't buy in the ground floor. Got it? What happened? YouTube, now the stock is $136. So let's say it cost $1 and you bought $50 worth. Okay. So that means you got 50 times $136. That's what your total would have been if you would have invested in that. Investments and investing in various stocks and understanding that, you can actually have life-changing money, but you have to know good stock, how to invest in it, how to do your own research, how to look things up. Gala Games is in what they call going through a transition now, but the transition, we can benefit off their shortcomings if we start investing now. How do you invest? Coinbase. You can get Gala Games. You set up an account on Coinbase. You can set up an account on Binance. They're very easy. You got to get verified. But once you get Gala Games, and then you put in what they call a cold wallet. I got some videos on that. But we're in a buying opportunity right now on ground floor that you have an opportunity to invest in Gala Games. You see what Gala Games is. You see they're still doing transactions. You see they have the holders. I showed you where the money is evenly distributed. And again, you're not buying coins. You're investing in technology. That's what blockchain is. It's technology. It's people, wonderful people that understand computers, that are setting up a internet system which cannot be, in which people have freedom. That's basically all of what blockchain is trying to do. Create freedom from a governmental control. Basically it. But now what's happening is, if you start looking into the news and what's going on, the government now is coming into the crypto market. A lot of crypto investors are all saying this may be the last bull run of this magnitude, because now you're getting institutional money, institutional control, and governmental control. And when you start getting those things, then you start getting a lot of what they call regulations. We've had a big case. Many people have heard about the Ripple case, the XRP case. But here's what I want to let y'all see, because again, not many people know about crypto. Not many people understand crypto, but I want you to see how much, where crypto is going and what's really going on behind the scenes, which a lot of people's not paying attention to. And a lot of people don't understand the stock market because they don't understand the numbers and the investing. So we stay away from that. What do? We put our money in banks. We sit it in banks. You put $100 in on Monday. You go back on Friday, you got $100. You put $100 in crypto. You go back on Friday, it may be $50. Or it may be $150. So that's the thing about that. But I want you to see this right here, because this, I tell you, am I positioning myself in Gala Games? I am. Congress, and I want you to see what's going on behind the scenes, which a lot of people don't really know. Now, there are some congressmen that are really pushing for it, but I want you to see what this one video right here, and I want to share this with you, because this right here is something that you know about when it comes to cryptocurrency. So let's, all right. So now bear with me, but this is something I'm getting a little bit off from Gala Games a little bit. I do apologize for this, but this is something I want to share with you, because I think this is something that a lot of people need to know. This is going on in Congress right now that a lot of people have no clue about.
Step back from digital assets and blockchain for a moment. Let's talk about where the internet was, where it's come to, where it's going, right? We're trying to level set here for policymakers. So originally, the internet was a read-only format, in essence. We're consuming
I
information.
just said that, right?
And then there's additional layers that we place on. It became much more interactive. But counterintuitively, much more interactive, but much more centralized in Web 1, Web 2.
Centralized meaning governmental.
What we're hearing now is Web 3. Policymakers need to understand the nature of Web 3. This is a hearing about a component of Web 3. Now, along those lines, what are the characteristics that defined Web 1 and Web 2?
Mr. McHenry, thank you very much for that question. I think that's critical to understanding what we're all trying to build here. So the character Web 1, well, the way that Time Magazine used to show you the articles they wanted you to see inside of their magazine. Just you could see it on a screen. The innovation of Web 2 was that suddenly you could not only read content, but you could also write content. This is when the blogosphere became a big thing. People remember this from the late 90s, the early 2000s. The reason for the centralization of the internet, of course, was that all of that activity was being monetized by a very small number of companies. Facebook, as the chairwoman mentions, Google, and 2 or 3 other companies. What makes Web3 different is the ability to own the actual network. And that's what crypto assets themselves represent, is an ownership stake in an underlying network. So when you hear people talk about, for example, layer 1 tokens, what they mean is this is your reward for providing the ledger maintenance services, the computing power to the network that on Web 1 and 2 was done by Google, right? So now people in my hometown of Pueblo, Colorado can actually own the Ethereum network, but they can't own the internet. That's owned by Google and a few other companies. That's what the project of crypto is all about, is allowing people to directly own the networks that have native assets that are supporting it. And that's the nature of decentralization, where the token holders are the people who control the asset,
Okay,
not
so the
Google.
token holders, for our language here on the Hill, those are digital assets, right? Which are the keys to open up the ledger for you to participate, right?
Correct.
So describe to us how those digital assets fit into this internet revolution, Web 3.
So the concept is that you have sort of application layer tokens and you have protocol layer tokens. So if I'm an owner of Bitcoin, let's say that I'm a miner of Bitcoin, somebody who actually creates Bitcoin. The Bitcoin is the reward I receive for doing the work to keep the network operational. And that allows me to own a piece of the Bitcoin blockchain. Or take Ethereum, which is easier to understand. The Ether token represents an ownership stake in the network. But on top of that network are all kinds of apps that get built on the network, much like the apps on your phone.
This is
and
crypto.
on the underlying network existing that lets the phone operate. And so people will make judgments about which network is likely to win, and they will invest in the tokens in that network much the same way you might invest in Google stock because you think Google is going to scale access to the original internet. The difference being here, you can vote on what happens in the future of a proof of stake network, for example. You can get rewarded through a proof of work token for maintaining a ledger on something like Bitcoin. But the real message here is that what happens on the decentralized internet is decided by the investors, versus what happens on the main internet is decided by Twitter, Facebook, Google, and a small number of other companies.
Okay, so getting this layer of on digital assets right, for Congress to understand this, everything is built upon that on-ramp to this new internet. So very important for us to be sensitive to how this develops and any actions we take in terms of laws and updating laws to incorporate these new technologies.
Yeah, Mr. McHenry, couldn't agree more. And I think when you hear about all of the problems of different big tech companies, the importance of an owner-controlled network becomes clear.
Okay, owner-controlled network rather than a cooperative, right? And thinking in those terms.
Absolutely.
Right? So if you're not a part of management, you're not making a decision in Web 2. If you are a participant in the network, you're cooperating in the making of those decisions.
Exactly right.
So I ask this not to be insulting to the panel, but to have a level set here so we have an understanding of what we're talking about. This is not simply about you on this panel. It is about trillions of dollars of assets that did not exist before Satoshi wrote his white paper 13 years ago. It's about $3 trillion in notional value at this stage around the development of a whole new range, whole new suite of technology that will be developed across the globe, whether or not the United States embraces it and wants to compete, or if it's pushed offshore. So as policymakers, we need to understand what we're talking about here. This is a small panel, important as you may be, a small panel about the discussion about Web3. And so with that, Madam Chair, thank you for having this hearing. And I hope that we can have more understanding by policymakers about these important concepts. Thank you, Mr. Brooks.
Thank you very much. The gentlewoman from New York, Mrs.
Okay, there we go.
Who is also the
So
chair
now,
of the House Committee on
what he basically explained to you was that cryptocurrency is not coins. You're not, and I know we keep saying coins. You're buying coins because we don't call it stock. It's digital assets, but it's over what they call a blockchain, the Web3. It's decentralized control, which now, honestly, they're going to centralize control. But when it comes, and I'm gonna get back on Gala Games, when it comes to Gala Games is already in a sector of music, film, and gaming. They're already set. There are many tokens that don't have this, but they're classified as gaming, but they're what they call layer one tokens you just build upon, which they really are not equipped to build. And when you're investing in various cryptos, you want to invest in a crypto that people are going to use. Like, what use would I buy stock in Ford and everybody's buying Chryslers? I mean, that's a waste of my money. So I'm going to invest in various companies, blockchain, cryptocurrencies that have usage, that people is a mass adoption. Bitcoin is mass adoption. It's $42,000 to get a Bitcoin. Bitcoin is not a coin. It is a ability to transact financial money across border lines. You got it? Ethereum is a blockchain layer one that people build their particular programs on top of. So it's, in essence, it's like this. If you have a layer one, let's say I have a layer one, and my layer one is just, let me say, I can put this in layman's terms. I have a piece of land, okay? All right. And on my land, I have 42,000 acres. You got it? Somebody wants to build a house. To build a house, you have to have what? You have to have land. Okay. So now somebody comes to my land and say, I want to buy out of your 42,000 acres, I want to buy 2 acres to build a house. They're what they call a layer 2. They're building on my land, but I said, I'm not going to sell you my land now, but I'll rent it to you. So they pay me a fee to use my land to build their house. Okay. That's layer 2. Layer 3, when we start getting into the various sectors of what you can do inside that layer 2, inside that house, you have extra rooms, you have a bathroom, you have a living room, you have a kitchen. Those are various layer 3s in which it's built on a layer 2, which is also built on a layer 1, that they have usage. Okay. But at the same time, when you build a house on that layer 1 and on which is my land, you pay me to use it. But then who do I pay? For having the land and owning the land, technically I will go down and pay who? The government taxes for owning the land. In blockchain world, you don't have a government to report to. There's nobody I have to pay taxes to. That's why the government wants to get in, because what they're saying is, because of this blockchain that y'all are using, we don't know who owns what, because there are no deeds. There's none of that, so we can't trace it. And not only that, we have what we call wallets, in which we take our money off the particular exchanges and put it in wallets. Now we own it. We own our money. We own our keys. We can put $1 million in a cold wallet, and the bank and the government wouldn't have a clue. You can put $1 million in the bank and red flags go up. The IRS be coming at your house because they want to know how did you get $1 million put in? So now they make a blank statement. And I was supposed to be on Gala Games. Now I'm talking to y'all about cryptocurrency, going into the depths. But I promise you, I'm going to get back to it. But I got to show y'all this, because this is the stuff right now that a lot of people are not aware of. They have no clue. All right. Here we go. Cryptocurrency. And I want you to go with this guy right here. And I've shown this several times. But these people are talking about, now, I want y'all to listen to this right here. And again, they are building this under your noses. They're building this under your noses while you're saying it's bad. You know what they're doing? They're buying it up. They're going to own it. Be the second. Well, I'm not going to be the second because I'm buying it now. But they won't have seconds. Let me see if I can get this down right here. All right, so I'm going to show this to you because I want you to see this right here. All right. I want you to hear this. This guy right here. This is crazy when y'all see this. Okay. This is JP Morgan. I'm not going to play the whole thing now. It's 12 minutes.
Says he's done talking about crypto. The SEC and Coinbase face off in federal court. And the managing director
embedded smart contract in it, and that we can use it, buy and sell real estate and move data. That may have value. And then there's one which does nothing. I call it the pet rock, the Bitcoin or something like that. And so on the Bitcoin, there's first, and I'm not trying to make a joke here. There are use cases: AML, fraud, anti-money laundering, tax avoidance, sex trafficking. Those are real use cases, and you see it being used for hundreds, maybe 50, $100 billion a year for that. That is the end use case. Everything else is people train among themselves.
Diamond also made it clear, if you want to invest in Bitcoin, he's not going to stop you.
Now, my last statement, the last time I ever talk about Bitcoin, is I defend your right to do Bitcoin. I think, it's okay. I don't want to tell you what to do. So my personal advice would be don't get involved.
Listen to what he's saying.
I don't want to tell any one of you what to do. It's a free country.
That's JP Morgan, right? He's telling you money laundering, all this stuff they can do with Bitcoin. It's evil. Okay. Now, it's evil, right? This is JP Morgan. I want you to see. This is going on inside the government. These are big bankers. All right. Why? I want y'all to see this right here. And then this is the craziest thing right here. Look at this right here. You got to see this. Check this out. BlackRock last month updated its filing for the SEC for its proposed spot Bitcoin ETF, naming Jane Street Capital and JP Morgan Securities LCC as authorized participants. The move was widely noted in the crypto circles because Diamond is well known in his views against crypto. But it's already been approved. They already have it on the market. He's selling Bitcoin ETFs. So you can buy the Bitcoin ETFs and they've managed your money buying into Bitcoin. JP Morgan, the guy just told you it's for money laundering and scamming. They're buying it up like crazy. All right. Here we go. Let's look at this one right here. And I want y'all to see some of he had another video where he was in court and he said he would never get Bitcoin. But JP Morgan, 3 days ago. There it is right here. Check it out. See significant capital existing crypto products. Hold on, look at this. Pouring into his new spot Bitcoin ETF. Don't buy Bitcoin, y'all. Stay away from it. You know why? Because they're only 20 million, they only 21 million Bitcoins. He who owns the most Bitcoin controls the price of Bitcoin. He who buys in a Bitcoin ETF owns no Bitcoin, but you're investing in what we do with the Bitcoin. So you give us money, buy an ETF, which you can, but we'll control the Bitcoin and the keys. And you'll make a little money on the ETFs, electronic filing and buying the stock market. That's what's going on, people. Right up under your noses. And while we're some of y'all are steady saying, I ain't investing in no cryptocurrency, I ain't messing with that. BlackRock and JP Morgan and everyone else, they are buying it up. They're buying it up. So Gala Games is a cryptocurrency. Gala Games is not a coin. Cryptocurrency. Stop thinking of it like coins. Start thinking of it like technology. Start thinking of it like you're investing in Google, Apple, various companies like that. Start thinking in that sense. Now, when you look at cryptocurrency and you start thinking about technology, you start thinking about what's the usage of this particular technology y'all have. Okay, Ethereum, they're building apps. Solana, they're building apps. It's used for NFTs. Optimism, all these various layer ones, they're building because they're setting up for the new method of money, digital money. That's why when you go on your job, what do? They tell you to file, get your money electronically deposited in your account. Cash App, digital money. They send the money, boom, it's a number. You go to your bank, you have a number. These are numbers, guys. Put $1 million in your bank and go there the next day and see if you can draw it out. They're going to tell you, you got to come back tomorrow because you know what? They got to take your money out of where they invest in it. Don't miss Gala Games because you're scared, because you don't know what it is. Research, look into it, understand what's going on now before you're late to the game. I don't want to be sitting here telling you on the next video, hey, guess what? I just made $30,000 on Gala Games. It's running up, and now you're going to try and buy it when it's like $1, and it's not going to go up any more than that when you could have bought it at 2 cents. So Gala Games, you've seen it. Make sure you share this video with people who don't understand crypto and what cryptocurrency is. Make sure you subscribe to my channel, share my videos. It helps the algorithm. If this video has helped you in deciding on whether you like Gala Games, then let it be. Again, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not telling you to invest your money, but what I'm telling you is what I'm going to do. I'm going to invest my money in Gala Games. Okay. DCA, which stands for dollar cost average, which basically means if I get $100, I'm going to take $20 and buy Gala games. The next time I get 100, I'm going to take $20 and buy Gala games. The same thing I would do if I was going out to get something to eat. I spend $10, $20 on food. The same thing I would do if I was going to the store to buy some type of shirt for $40, $50. The same thing I'd do if I was going to buy a watch for $120. The same thing I'd do if I was going to buy a pair of shoes. The same thing I'd go do. The same thing you spend your money on stuff that depreciates. Why not put your money in something to invest that you can make money on and get a return, a ROI, return on investment? Understand investments, understand how it works, understand how to make money. It's rinse, recycle, repeat. If I can take $1 and turn it into 10, take 10, turn it into 100, I can take 100 and turn it into 1,000. You know what happens? I learn how to make money. If I give a person some money, they don't know how to make it, they'll learn how to eat for a day, but then they'll lose it. How many times have you been given lump sums of money, and by the end of the next 2 years, that lump sum of money of that $30,000 that you got, how much of it do you have right now? Some of you had $10,000 go through your hand, $20,000 going through your hand, $30,000 going through your hand. If you knew how to take that money and invest it and turn it and get an ROI, return on your investment, you would have been way ahead of the game. If you was in the crypto on the bull run of 2021, you would have been a millionaire by now. 2024, what everybody's getting ready for is what they call a Bitcoin halving. This is where miners get rewards for mining Bitcoin. There are only 21 million Bitcoin. They're at 19 million now. So every halving, if you Google it, every halving, Bitcoin is run up. Thus, our market runs according to Bitcoin when it comes to crypto. Bitcoin goes up, the market goes up. People are investing. They're positioning themselves for the bull run because it could be the last bull run again of this magnitude. I'm not telling you to FOMO, but what I am telling you to do is take some of that money that you blow on depreciative things, that buying shirts that next 2 years you will not be wearing, buying shoes that next 2 years you will not be wearing, buying all these gadgets and invest it. If you're not investing for yourself, invest it for your family. Have something that you can leave behind. That's it. Because, again, it only takes a few pennies, man, just to put aside. Some of you, if you lost $20 dropped out of your pocket, you wouldn't miss it. Take that and put it in the market. $20. That's it. If you and right now, and I show my wives, that's how I started investing in crypto. I just started dollar cost averaging, putting a little bit here. Things almost sort of $31,000 now, $31,000 of investments. On the next bull run, I'm going to be set pretty dang on good because I just stayed the course and invest. I studied various projects. I took the time to understand it. I lost money in the beginning, but who doesn't lose money in the beginning? What is anything that you invest in that you don't lose nothing in the beginning? Any business, a business you invest in, you lose in the beginning, you gain in the end. It's point blank. But scared money don't make money. Scared money don't make money. You got it? All right. I hope we said something to help you today. I'm get off my soapbox. I want to thank y'all for coming in and listening. Every night, 9:30, Sunday morning, we got Sunday Morning Inspirational. You can chime in on there. 9:30, I come on with various tokens I may review, or sometimes I'm just talking to you about investments. I got a Discord that you can sign up. You can get on there. I got some I got some videos that I share with that community. It's a little different. And that is a subscription. It's a $25 a month subscription where you get some inside scoops on some things I did. But I've been investing in crypto now since 2021. Right now it's 2024. So since last 3 years, about $10,000 a year, I've been able to kind of put back into crypto. and now I'm in position for the bull run. I missed the last one, but I'm in position now, and I'm ready to roll. So I hope you're doing the same. I hope you find something that you're investing in and getting ready to see some return. So I want to thank you for joining me, Crypto Secret X. And remember, as I always say, you'll never learn how to swim unless you jump in, and you will never climb a mountain without stumbling. Again, this is Chris Carter with Crypto Secret X, and I am out of here, y'all.